Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Larry's Lounge reaction. I have to use my old camera because how long this is, and if there's something he says, I'm going to pause it, discuss and stuff like that if need be. 28 minutes. Much longer than Big Brother's video. So, as far as I know, we have one more reaction after this. Self-care, so that being said, that's what it is. It's another Q&A, I think.
Where's my pasta? I need it now.
So, in Larry's last Q&A, someone asked a question related to Dom, and I guess because of his answer, this bitch called Alice Winters decided to go all hate mode on Larry and called Joe Bump a bully. I'm not going to talk more about this in this reaction, but just know there's going to be a discussion stream with that topic coming soon.
Now, you unevolved creature!
Sorry, Chef.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Lounge with the fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers. Today we're doing another Q&A. This is Uncle Larry Tells All 2.0. So, Tom's going to ask the questions again because it makes it a lot easier when you're reading the questions and I can just answer them. But before we get started, again, I want to shout out our podcast on, you know why? Because, why not? It's on Podbean.com. Man, that's kind of a difficult thing to say. Try saying it 3 times in a row real fast.
Podbean.com, Podbean.com, Podbean.com.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You can follow us on that, or you can just listen to the podcast on there. We're also on Spotify, we're on iTunes, and we're going to try to get on Google Play. That's in the process, I believe. Right, Tom?
Yes.
Tom's right there.
End up on Google Play. That'd be
cool.
He's
getting camera shy. So, we're
it's not camera shy.
And hopefully we got some.
Oh my God! Just take the last video for example.
Is from Nicole Boisver 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Larry, did you rerun the cheese challenge on Tom again? LOL.
Just has to trigger me sometimes on.
No, I have not. But
I mean, hiding in that.
I did hear that I was using the wrong kind of cheese.
That
you're supposed to buy that imitation yellow cheese, or not yellow, orange cheese. It's stickier. So.
Oh well.
We'll see. What?
From General Ghosts. Question, are you planning... No, I'm sorry. Question, are you planning to stream on Twitch, yes or no? I think it's supposed to be planning.
Am I planning to stream on Twitch? You mean like for our podcast? There's been talk about it.
I think it just means in general.
Oh. Well, what else is there to stream on there other than... What do you stream?
I mean, that, video games.
You can stream like Q&As on there too, right?
Technically you could, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jesse's trying to get us into it eventually. It might be something that we pursue. I'm not going to say one way or the other because I really don't know that much about it. Just kind of like the podcast. We had to learn everything about it.
This is why I'm using this camera. After the tweets I saw from Nick Juggernuggets, I might be a good idea to stream on Twitch. So if YouTube ever falls under, you still have another, another social media to do your shit on. And
Nebulous04 asks,
these days it is
what's your favorite moment from My Virtual Escape?
My favorite moment?
Favorite moment?
Probably when it was over. No.
Oh my God.
It was a hard series to do. Favorite moment on that? Probably meeting the Regenis crew. I think I said this in the last Q&A, but because they were a great group of guys to meet.
Yeah, I like the Regenis
Again, I shouted them out last time. I shouted them out again. Check those guys out in their videos and stuff. They were just a great group of guys to meet, and we did that. That was Brother in Arms.
Before what they have planned,
that was probably one of my
just hit 20K a few days ago.
SWCMD Centers asks, is there a chance that you will switch to Storyfire?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there is a chance. I have to be asked to go. That I'm, told that I'm allowed to go to Storyfire before I can actually go to Storyfire. I have an account on there. I've written some stories. You guys should check them out. I think they're pretty good. Never did finish my last series that I was doing, but kind of had other things to do in my life right now. So, we'll see.
Keep It Cool 324 asks, during the Psycho series, would people confuse your real character with your real life?
I would say so, because I'm pretty close to that character in real life. I mean, that character was basically based off of me, my natural personality, other than the stuff of like trying to run over Jeff. and stuff like that. But I kind of am I think I am the kind of guy that is like, if my nephew came over and wanted to, needed to stay at my house, that he would be able to stay at my house because I had problems at home or something like that. So.
Dougherty01 asks, since Storyfire app is more open and accepting for creators to make content, will you and Joe Bump 529 be going there to make videos?
Again, that all comes down to being allowed to do it, being asked to do it. We don't know. We'll see.
Douglas Bree asks, when Halloween comes around, will you and Jesse host an MVE costume party for the cast and the Juggies?
Absolutely no. I mean, I had my one party here. It was a fan party and everything. It gets really loud if you hear me, like, all of a sudden speaking up because there's some loud traffic out here. I had my one fan party. That'll be it. I did say I promised I would have one if we got to 1 million, but we're not even close to that. So, if I'm a man of my word, if we did get there, I would definitely have a party, but not here.
You're still planning on
someplace
that.
else.
You said that since the Psycho
That
series.
was such an excellent cook.
Oh, she gets 2 questions? I don't think I'm an
If
expert.
he gets 1
I think
million
I'm an
subscribers,
cook.
he's going to have another fan party. at his
Anything
house.
that I've learned,
Larry.
I've really learned from my wife. She's
She
an
liked
expert
out.
cook. And Tom Cadell.
And she's AFK, so
Correct.
she'll join when she gets back.
Douglas Bree also asks, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody back in November?
No, I have not. Nor do I plan on seeing it. It's just not my thing.
Douglas Bree also asks,
Boy, she's asking a lot of questions.
do you know the band Queen?
Yes, of course I do. The band Queen. And I like the song Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I know who.
I'm not a real big fan of Queen, of their songs, but
It's
there's
not a few
couple
songs
of them
in
that I
my
like. But that's the only one I really think that It's probably the one that I like the most. I really can't think of another song that I really care for of theirs.
Don't Stop Me Now is another
Right.
good one.
The Moderator 19 asks, what is the worst restaurant you've ever been to?
The worst? Oh, I don't remember the. Oh, actually, it was the best and the worst. It was called Rusty's
what?
down in North
Wait, did
Carolina.
Rogenis upload today?
One time we went there and it was the absolute best that we went to.
Then I've already seen it.
And then the next time I went there,
Yeah,
it was
I know.
one of the worst that we've ever been to because they did some things that I don't like. I hate green beans. I hate the taste of them. And my plate came out with.
I don't
I
hate them, but I don't
specifically
really
asked for no
like
green
them.
beans
So
on the plate.
kind of with you.
Plate
there.
came out with green beans on it.
But I agree with you.
And so I told them. They took it back, then they brought it back out. Well, the problem is with green beans is if it touches something else, I can taste the flavor of green beans in there. So after they came out, I said, all you did was went and took the plate back and scraped off the green beans, right? And they were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, thanks, because I could taste green beans in there, and I absolutely hate that. So needless to say, we haven't went back there.
Queen of TWD92 asks, what's your favorite series you played and why? By the way, much love and many blessings to you and your family.
What was my favorite series that I played in?
And why?
Is he talking about Jesse's channel or
She, actually.
or
But just his favorite series.
Oh, my favorite series is the Slappy Halloween series, and that's because it's my own series. And I mean, I love being in NVE, love being in the Ursula series, Christmas series. That was not one of my favorites, and Psycho series was fun too. But I would say that my own series, the Slappy Halloween, was my favorite.
Didn't like the Christmas series too much.
Dylan Metzger 1
Oh,
asks,
yeah.
how do you feel about Jesse buying a house with his brother? Will they last?
I did.
I don't ever think it's a good idea
wasn't
to
one of
buy
his
a
best
house
series, but
with your brother.
I enjoyed it
mean,
because,
if it's
you
your
know, it was
wife,
Christmas
that's a
time.
different story.
We
With
did
your
it
brother,
on
a little
season
bit different.
one.
Brothers fight a lot.
And plus, he was also
had
doing
a
this because
history of
remember he just came out of a
getting
3.5
along.
year
Not to
series,
say that they're
cycle
not.
series.
I mean, they also
So
have
he wanted to
part
do
of their
small
history
projects
getting
for a bit
along.
before
But
getting into something bigger
I don't
again.
think it's ever a
But
good
then
idea
Devil
to do
Inside
that.
came out.
And will it
And
last?
Virtual Escape came out.
Absolutely no.
So,
What would you be doing with your
definitely
career
went
if
back to the
YouTube was
bigger
non-existent?
series. Even though there's only 24 episodes of Virtual Escape, the stuff
See, that makes no
happens
sense.
in
That
said
question,
series,
who is
a
this
lot
from?
happens.
Oh, this is from Marshall MC17,
About
my
as
bad.
much as it happened in Devil Inside in the Cycle series.
I have a career. I had a career before before I
in the
even
game as
knew what
well.
YouTube even was. I own my own canvas
Not
company
like kind
with
of
my
one of my things.
sisters.
It's a 3-episode series, but yeah.
A lot of people get this confused. And I'm kind of glad that this question came up because a lot of people get it confused. Because I've read sometimes where people think, oh, he works for the Juggy Store. No, I don't work for the Juggy Store. The Juggy Store is in my shop, where it's just a little section that we kind of put over on the side to do this stuff.
Yeah, I've
And
always
Terry does it,
known
and
that.
Jackie does it,
with
and-
their canvas shop
and
plays.
it's where Jesse's
So I knew it wasn't
YouTube
just the
channel,
Juggy
and
store.
also
If that were
do
the
my
case,
stuff and,
that whole entire
CDs
building would be
too.
redecorated into just
It's
McJuggernuggets,
I don't
Big
work
Brother,
for
and
the
their
Juggy
sound
store. The
switch. The
Juggy
entire
store just
building,
happens
not
to be
one
part
fucking corner.
of our business that we
So I,
we
I've
put over
known
on the
that.
side.
So
But
I
it's
never
not
even
our.
thought that
It's
place was the
separate,
Juggy
but it's
store.
inside of our
You
business.
gotta pay for it.
I've always worked at AJ Camps Company. I will always work there. It was my dad's business. I took it over. I'll work there
What?
until we decide that it's time.
I didn't know that. What?
I think, did I clear that up, I think?
I think so.
Okay.
Larry Stab was in charge of that canvas shop before
What is your favorite
What?
music genre, and do you have 3 favorite bands from that genre?
Battlefield 5?
I love 80s
Battle
music.
Royale mode.
But I also love
no,
70s.
never
And
been
I'd say my favorite bands are Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Led Zeppelin,
Battlefield
The Cars,
5.
Is get when it hits
and
March
probably
25th.
a billion other
Battle
ones. So,
Royale mode.
Actually, it's
Yeah, I
today.
mean-
They
Yeah, I was
have
about to say, it is March
I guess my
25th.
genre would be 70s and
Okay.
80s.
Actually, I exactly know that too.
Well, it'd be rock. It'd be rock. If that's what he's asking, like rock or...
I believe that's what he meant.
Yeah, it's mostly rock. Neil Young is another one of my favorites.
Alright. Next question. Did Tom ever go to college? If so, where?
Did you, Tom?
First gonna scooch on in. Yes, I did go to college. I went to Rowan University.
The next one is actually also for me. What's my number 1 favorite video game? Pikmin 2 for the GameCube. It will probably always be my favorite game because I just really like it. Played it every year.
Pikmin.
Oh my god!
Get over there.
Oh my god, Larry, your reaction to that?
Asking you questions.
I got a problem with it, take it up with them. Actually, the next one's for me too.
Ah, I might as well just go take a break.
Have I ever heard of speedrunning video games, and if so, what do I think of it? I've heard of speedrunning, yeah. You know, if they want to go with it, then... You know I can see you on the screen on the
Oh my god!
Anyway, I've heard of speedrunning, and I'm not really one for it. I think it just got...
Larry?
What?
He's mimicking
I
Tom!
think that it just kind of...
What? You guys are
I
like
taking
Jesse
my
and
time with
Jeffrey
video
now,
games
I
'cause
swear!
It lets me feel more like I'm immersing myself in the world
Messing
of
with
it,
each other
and
like this, pranking each
I
other.
like it a little bit better.
Reminds me of Psycho Series Jesse and Jeffrey, don't it?
Alright, fine then.
Go ahead. Are you done yet?
Long story short, yes, I've heard of speedrunning, and I'm not one for it, but props to people who do it. It's not easy, good for them.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, I'm probably never.
Man,
that's pretty
you had to
much
ask a question about games because that's gonna go on
Unless
forever.
it's on Nintendo or something.
Also, I'm sorry, the last 2 questions were from Some Fun Times and Brandy33 in that order.
Oh yeah, you forgot to say. Come on, Tom.
I'm not used to being the one getting asked questions. And I actually think the college one I didn't read either. Matthew Colopy. My bad. Alright, so next question. Back to you. Antonio Galvin 9 asks, how do you feel that Jesse is in the new house?
How do I feel that he is? Good for him. I feel good. I mean, isn't that what everybody wants? They want to, leave the nest. Leave the nest, go out on their own. Get a house. I'm just saying, I feel good for him.
You do realize that if I leave, most of the channel kind of stops because I do the editing.
Nobody said that you don't come back and do all that. Well,
What's the point of me moving out at that point?
Well, you can do all the editing at your house.
That's not how that works.
I think it works pretty
That's
good.
not all how that works.
All right, next question.
Some Fun Times asks,
You can
how
find
was your
someone
reaction
else
if you ever met a
to
doppelganger of
help
yourself?
you edit. Anyways, Larry, if Tom
That means like a
ever has
twin,
to
right?
move out or do something.
Basically, or like a shapeshifter who looks just like you.
I've actually
I mean,
seen
your friend's a
people that
sweat.
look
I'm
like
sure
me,
he'd
and
be happy to
I'll
help
take
you.
double takes and be like, yo. But it turns out that they just have a bald head and a goatee.
I mean, Slip edits Jesse's videos. You can
Alright,
use
next
it
up from
the same way Larry
Brandy33 again.
edits them.
This one is
Is
for
ever
me.
able not
Again?
to
Again.
not do it anymore?
What
How many
I'd be
questions over
interested
Tom?
in moving in with Jesse if he offered room to me?
Oh, good question.
Kind of goes in line with the answer to what he said for Jesse's new house. And it's that, I mean, I do the channel with him, like the podcast stuff too. I do the editing and stuff, so I'd either have to keep going back and forth from Jesse's house back to here.
That's 15 minutes, so that's pretty far.
Well, yeah, but I'd have to be doing that a lot. And
If you get paid, I think.
not to say that I,
would
wouldn't
see it
do
as
it,
worth
but
it.
it's doesn't really
That's all I see
make
it
much sense to, I guess.
Right. It's not relevant because you haven't been asked to anyway. So
Exactly.
Tom's not cool to be in that house.
Apparently not.
He could though. He would
Right.
participate in
Alright, so
that
next
one
up from
video.
Some Fun Times. Are you going to VidCon this year?
There's some fun times. Can you just say that like?
That's the third question from them.
Am I going to VidCon? No. I'm not going this year. I didn't go last year either. I really don't care for VidCon. To tell you the truth, I don't.
Yeah, I don't blame you
other
there
than
with the
just
shit that's
some
been
fans,
happening there
which
lately.
is
Last
great,
year
by the
wasn't
way,
too bad, but the 2 years before that were. So.
It's an awful expensive trip just to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's an issue too.
going to California costs a lot of money, and staying at the hotel there, and
Well, Tracy has back money now,
yeah,
so
no.
who knows?
Cons on for everyone. Next up from Brandy33. How is your knee doing recently? Have you been using your bike?
my knee has been rough this last ever since I started back to work.
Oh shit!
It's swollen in place that it was swollen before, but it's even more now.
Maybe you should
And
have
I've had this strange kind of like
not worked.
pain and stiffness kind of in it that I didn't have before. So I don't know if I overdid it or what happened at work. Good for me though that today it's only 1:20 and I didn't go to work today. I'm taking it slow. What?
Also from Brandy33, is your hot tub up and
You're
running?
able to
Haha.
do that too. You own that place.
Yes, my hot tub is up and running. Haha.
From Some Fun Times. What is something that creeps you out the
There's
most?
only 2 people answering these questions.
Exactly.
What's that? I'm sorry.
What is something that creeps you out the most?
Creeps me out the most.
Yeah. What?
Wow. Germs creep me out. If I know that somebody's sick, it creeps me out, right? I mean, like, you
Yeah,
know,
he's a real bad germaphobe.
I'm a germaphobe, and then I'm a hypochondriac, because, like, as soon as I'm around somebody that's already been sick, I start thinking to myself that I'm coming down with it. Like, all of a sudden, I'll be like, oh, my throat hurts. Oh, my glands are swollen. Yeah, I'm out. I'm sick.
There's a reason you didn't go to work today. Alright, next up from Brandy33. What character do you find favorite for the
Oh my
most?
god!
So I guess what's
I know
your
who that
favorite
is
character?
too. That's one
Well,
one of
would be,
the people I see commonly reacting
I
with Juggernaut
think my
videos.
favorite character is...
Oh, and she's reacting to Larry's Labs
Larry,
like me
or
now
Party Larry,
because
or Slappy Larry.
oh, she
whichever one you
wants,
wanna call
and
him.
I want this too. We
I
both
also like Mad Dog too. but
and probably other people too
it's-
want
it's
Larry
really
to hit a
close
million
between
subs.
those two.
It needs to
But
happen.
see, I can't do Mad Dog that much because of YouTube and their rules and all that stuff. So,
Yeah,
it kind of sucks.
maybe
Next is
if
from Real G
he
Diamond.
goes to visit.
What are your
Forget
thoughts on
Him,
Jesse
that might
doing
help
Story
things
Fire
too.
pretty much full time and putting YouTube on the back burner?
What are my thoughts on it?
Oh no, I'm
I think that
yeah,
you
no, I'm
should,
referring
everybody
to
should do what they want to
as
do.
far
I
as
mean, that's
if
what
Larry wants to
he's
visit
doing now.
Johnson.
I think
Well, good way to start.
I think
Bandicam.
Storyfire is pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's open to everybody that everybody can make videos on there and everything. But I mean, it's kind of cool that he started his own app and he's got it up and going and everything. As far as YouTube,
Hold
I don't,
on.
and you know,
Oh,
stopping
okay,
YouTube.
go back. I wasn't paying attention to that last one.
Storyfire is pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's open to everybody that everybody can make videos on there and everything. But I mean, it's kind of cool that he started his own app and he's got it up and going and everything. As far as YouTube, I don't, and you know, stopping YouTube and doing Storyfire, I don't know. That's his decision of what he's doing. I myself, even if I was doing stuff on Storyfire, I would still be making as much as possible on YouTube. So
Exactly, and that's how
I love
I'm
YouTube 30.
kind of seeing
Do
it
you like
right now
hardcore
too.
wrestling? There's a hardcore question for you.
I do not like wrestling. I'm sorry, guys. I know that there are female wrestlers now. If, you know, watching females wrestling would be a lot more attractive to me than watching 2 guys wrestle around.
Some Fun Times asks, have you ever tried laser tag before? If so, would you do it?
I've never played that, and
Not really. I
don't know,
agree with
because
you
I
on
really
that.
can't run. So it'd be easy target. Tom would be the one taking me out. Probably be like, wouldn't you?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is an interesting
yeah,
question.
it's
Robbie1543
so
asks,
typical
who's a better
nowadays
son, Tom or
to see
Jesse?
2 guys wrestle. So It's,
because
it's
Tom's
different
my only
with-
son
with
and
females
Jesse's
and
not my
males,
son,
so.
I would say Tom. But even if Jesse
change
was
the
actually my
place
son,
when it
I
comes to
would
that
say
sport.
Tom.
It's
Buck
interesting.
List,
Now,
have you
few
ever been to
questions to
Missouri?
answer.
What parts of the
I pretty
US
much
have you
agree with
traveled
you.
to?
That, like, if
No,
I were
I've been
answering
to
these, I'd be the
Missouri.
same
I've
way.
been
for
to
example.
California, Florida, North Carolina, New York,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania,
New York and the Sacramento.
Maryland,
Virginia.
Virginia.
I didn't know you was there,
Stopped over in Arizona only because on our way to I think on our way to Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii, so that's I can't think of any other place.
so.
8714 asks, are you excited for the summer?
Of course, I love summer.
Oh, same here. YouTube is
Pink
always
Bunkers
very
asks,
interesting.
would you ever go
Sometime.
skydiving?
No, I wanted to go when I was young, but I never did. At this age, I would not.
The Moderator 19 asks, if you could bring back one historical figure from the past and have dinner with them, who would it be?
One historic figure from the past and
One
have dinner.
historical figure from the past and have dinner with them.
I would say Abraham Lincoln.
Any reason why?
Oh, I have to give a reason. Only because I think he's probably one of the best people that ever lived. So I would love to just pick his brain. Like, hey, what are your beliefs? What were your beliefs? What were you thinking when during this time of slavery and all that stuff? And he's just one. I can think of some other ones, but he would probably be my absolute one that
Yeah,
I would
I'll
love
back it
to,
up.
especially since my last name's
How's
Abraham.
that thing?
My mom was going to name me
He's probably
Lincoln to
the best
begin with,
president
so
in the
kind of had a
history
connection. I was
of
also born on his birthday, so
Next up, also from the Moderator 19, what's the most scariest experience of your whole
In my
life?
opinion, I think it was Abraham Lincoln.
scariest experience.
But JFK wasn't that bad either, though.
Wow.
I'm better saying.
That's a good question.
But there also have been some presidents.
I know that there was one
either
time
didn't
where
do
we
much when
were,
they were in
when I was a little kid,
The Office,
and
or
my cousin
just
took
aren't
us
good.
on a boat ride on a sandbar, and I
Obama
was
here
running
or
on
there.
a sandbar, and there
Bush
was a
didn't really like too
hole, and
much.
I fell in the
Trump, I could
hole, and
care
it was
less.
over my head, and I couldn't swim. And my glasses fell off, and I caught them in my hands,
That's
but I
especially
got
presidents,
to the edge and pulled myself up, and I go walking down to the other end of the sandbar, and
Don't have an opinion
my
on
family's
Bill
there, and I'm
Clinton,
soaking
Clinton
wet
Williams.
from head to toe.
Learned too
And
much
they had
about
no
that
idea.
stuff.
They just, I think there was at one point somebody looked up and they didn't see me because
And I
I
don't remember what president
was
was
disappeared,
before.
in a hole. They didn't even look. It was underwater.
So
That was pretty
time,
scary.
I was too young to remember.
Truffle 166
Yeah,
asks,
the president
hey Larry,
was-
quick question. What microphone do you use for your podcast? As I love the audio quality.
What is that, Tom? It's
Blue Yeti mic.
a Blue Yeti mic.
I don't know if there's any more of a specification for it, but it's like the most common Blue Yeti mic.
Right.
So KingLink86 asks, will you still post YouTube videos, or will you post videos on Storyfire when the video uploads come?
I don't have any plans to go off of YouTube. I have not been invited to go onto Storyfire.
Alright. Okay, so this is why I talk to every time and why I'm using this camera. So when that does become a feature on Storyfire, it's going to start with me just, discussing the story series I've done with Microsoft Word and Facebook. But eventually I'll bring over the videos I've done on here on YouTube over to Storyfire. But like I said, I'll make the update videos and announcement videos and all that shit when the time comes. Right now, we're still doing the same thing. My reactions on YouTube, me streaming, all that. But there's a schedule change, and even if that's the case, Bree doesn't mind I stream on her channel, so that might still be a thing, no matter what change happens with the Storyfire stuff.
Once again, I think I already said this, right? As far as the Storyfire is, would I go on there once invited and it's opened up to everybody? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't want to stop doing YouTube.
Do you have a Storyfire account?
We've already
Oh, you
built
probably
our
don't know.
we're already audience up
What,
there.
sci-fi?
Storyfire.
Big Bonkers
You
asks,
get your new
would
phone.
you ever go skydiving?
Install the
Yeah.
app
Wait a
on your
minute.
account.
That sounds familiar.
Actually, I used to, but...
KingLink86
ever
asks,
since
will you be
my old
paranoid
friend
again if
decided
Tom
to
pulls something on
behave,
you?
Yeah, I'm
No,
still a
no,
little
no,
paranoid.
it's
Every time,
still
like the camera
happening.
being on right now, but
Just make
since
another
this was
one.
my idea to do
Yeah, I
this
can
video,
just connect
I'm not
my
as
Facebook
paranoid.
to it.
Yeah,
Or-
then it'll be good.
Was it?
Oh, it was.
This person, Spinner Forest, asks, can you make Tom move the firewood, or would you drive a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo? They're pretty good.
Say what? Those two questions are so bizarre. Would I make Tom move the firewood?
That's the first one.
Tom has to move the firewood, and he's running out of time. He has until, what, this weekend or something?
I realize I do.
Yeah. What's the other question?
Why are you waiting until the last minute, Tom? I totally forgot about that.
That is a bizarre question, and why wouldn't I?
I don't know what the big issue is. Moving what? I did
If
that
I
for
had
Long Cat
opportunity.
at 5, so.
Next up from Real Andrew Floyd. Who is the biggest role model in life?
Oh, yeah, that's
My
interesting.
biggest role model? Wow. I don't think I ever had one. I really don't. Yeah, I had no role models.
Sorry, the Twitter went all the way up to the top, so I had to find where I was.
Tom's got Twitter problems right now. It went all the way back to the top, and now he's got to search to find it all. We're just going to take a couple more anyway. He'll take a couple minutes here, but that's okay. Yeah, it's kind of sad that I don't have any I don't remember any role models growing up whatsoever. That's probably why I had such poor direction in my life while I was growing up, being a teenager, and I was not focused on the future. I was just in the moment.
Huh.
Anything, Tom?
So,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
McJucken, I could
Salty
say.
Bob. Do you think Storyfire...
Why so salty?
There's been a lot of times when McJucken's been
You
like
think
that. where I
Storyfire?
was
You
in
think
the moment.
Storyfire can slay the mighty YouTube dragon?
Somebody's got to. That's the way I look at it, and why not? I think Jesse's a very determined person, very driven. I think if he puts all his energy into it, I think he can. I don't know. YouTube, it is a dragon, that's for sure. It's a monster.
I'm doing
Yeah, I think it can be slayed though, and I think it's kind of it's been kind of hurting itself, and we need a platform solely for creators that
Nice.
aren't
Go for it,
professional
Ian.
to begin with, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one of the problems with YouTube right now is too many professionals
Nice.
are on there now.
Yeah, no worries.
YouTube sees that they're
Never been
getting
ready
the
for it.
majority of the views and the money and all that stuff, so it's
I do,
they're-
but I'm doing
they're
reactions,
catering
so
to
I'm
them
not gonna give it
and
up.
forgetting about the people that actually
Maybe,
are the
maybe.
people that really
So
matter,
it
and
gets
that's
back on my-
it's
on
kind
the-
of like government is. You know, we forget about the
No,
poor people, the middle, the lower middle class.
Yeah, you got Ashton
we look at
Johnson,
only the
so
rich and we
exactly.
take care of them. It's kind of the same thing that YouTube's doing. But
Brandy33. Any movie recommendations?
yeah, I just saw Green Book, and that movie was outstanding. I recommend that to anybody that wants to see that movie.
What
It has a great message. It's based on a true
yeah.
story. It's about racism.
Well, it looks like you and Larry are in
but
agreement
more than
with that
that,
then.
it's about
Same
ignorance,
person.
and it's about how people don't accept other people
That's
just
why I like
because
watching
they put them into a
Q,
box and they
pretty
believe that they're a
much,
certain way.
mixed in
And I
if you agree with that
tweeted out,
answer
you
or
said,
not.
"Wow, this got me
There's
going."
like 5 or 6 questions.
This will be our last question.
If
And
I
it
went
kind of
to
has
the
me
side,
going
that's pretty much the same
because
as the
I tweeted out yesterday
side.
about
You've heard my
how
role model question.
I see a similarity. Like the laws have changed in our country where that we're not as
I guess one else now would be YouTube
we're-
related, but
'cause back
this
then,
kind
you
of-
know,
yeah, no.
black people couldn't eat in a restaurant, because they were the color of their skin. Absolutely ridiculous, right? So we've changed the laws from that, where we've made it better, but there's still a lot of prejudice still going on. But I see a lot of similarities through social media now. Now all of a sudden people are hating on people and they don't know them at all. It's like that's what that movie shows, is like these two characters that are in there, the driver and the pianist, right? Pianist? I don't like saying that word.
Piano player.
Yeah, the piano player. They were two different people. One was black, one was white. And they didn't understand each other, and they learned because they don't have a choice, basically, because they're almost living together, and they see the struggles of each other, and they see what the real person is about, and their real morals and all that stuff. So, but at first they already had their prejudices against each other because of their ignorance, and I see that on social media every stinking day, where people make judgments of people, they don't know nothing about them, they'll make.
I know one person you're referring to when you're saying that is Alice Winters, and I couldn't agree with you more. That bitch complains about too much shit, and she needs to stop.
videos about other people, or they'll just
Some
say
bitchy
things about
culture
other
pump a
people
bully.
when they don't know nothing. They absolutely know nothing, and their reality, their truths are not truths. They're not reality, and it's sad. But that movie really triggered me when I watched that movie because it was so awesome. It hasn't changed any. This is what man's problem has always been, and until the people start looking at their own hearts and start looking at everybody else's hearts, it's not going to change. So on that rant, I'm going to end it now. Appreciate all the questions. Love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell for that post notification and the like button. Love all you guys. Until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink. Put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge.
Alright, so that's the end of this video. Stay tuned for the next one. And I hope he continues these regular videos because, usually when he does those reaction videos with Juggernaut gets, I don't react to that because, again, no point doing a reaction to reaction. Alright, stay tuned for self-care.